Hi children, good morning everybody. Welcome to 10th standard second language English YouTube classes. My dear children, I welcome you to the lesson Colors of Silence part 2. In the part 1, we have studied about how Satish was suffered from a severe bouts of pain in his ear and in his leg, and how he met with an accident, and also that we come across the conversation between his friend Surendra and himself. Surendra, who had come to his home in order to ask why he was absent to the school, he come to know that Satish was suffering from the severe ill health and also some pain in his ears and the legs. When was this accident happened, children? Or why was Satish was struggling from the severe pain in his ear? We had seen, am I right? Yes, can anybody say? Yes, children. You are right. When he had been to Kashmir with his brother Inder and his father, he fell down. He slipped to one of the rapids. Am I right? When he was, by chance that he was slipped from the rickety bridge or a weak bridge, children, and he fell into the water there, okay, because of the rocks and the stones in that river damaged him, and he was damaged very severely. That too, his head was more injured and his leg was broken. Am I right? So, later that he was brought to the hospital. When he was hospitalized, children, so many operations have been made to repair or recover his leg, children. But the medicine which was given for the treatment for his leg was reacted and caused him to the severe headache and the pain in the ear. Am I right, children? That is what that we have seen in the previous class, isn't it? We had seen Satish was a very good guy, and he had been to Kashmir, and there he met with an accident, and his hearing problem become severe in the sense that he become dumb. He was not listening anything properly. Everything was looking him like silent, isn't it? He said, when Surendra and Satish were talking to each other, children, once he asked, Satish asked Surendra, why are you speaking so softly? I can barely hear you. Got it? Am I right, children? Yes. Sorry. So, it shows, children, it shows that he was, he lost his hearing. Am I right? The people who are unable to listen, they are called dumb. Am I right? Who is unable to speak, they are called deaf. Am I right? Deaf and dumb. Okay. The people who are unable to see are called blind. Got it, children? So, who are unable to listen, they are called deaf, and who are unable to speak, they are called dumb. Got it? So here he was causing the deafness, children. Deafness in a sense he was suffering from the deafness or listening problem, children. That is why he refused to go to the school. And also, yes, the school where Satish was going, okay, that school was refused to give him the admission because of the lack of attendance. Due to his frequent absence to the school, the school headmaster or the authority, the administrative authority of the school where Satish was studying were refused to give him the admission, and they are insisting them to take the transfer certificate. Got it, children? Though Avatar Naren convinced them, they did not agree. Am I right, children? That is what that we had seen in the previous class, children. Got it? Shall we move on to the next paragraphs? Okay. See, and also that I gave you the homework in the yesterday's class. I hope that you have done all those homeworks. And let's come to the today's class, part 2, children. Okay. Let us learn the remaining part of the lesson, which is there in the textbook. Yes, open your textbook, page number 143, children. Got it? Yes. Have you opened? Yes. See here. And yesterday I have given you the homework, children. Why was Satish refused to go to the school? That's very important question, children. I hope that you have learned the answer for that too. Yes, why was Satish refused to go to the new school, children? Yes, he refused. In a sense, he did not agree to go for the new school because he was, he was afraid that his new friends would make fun on him and they will tease about his deafness. Isn't it, children? Yes. So, I hope that you have written that answer to that question also, children. Okay. Yes. Yes. When he refused, look at there in the 14th paragraph, children. Satish shook his head saying no. He didn't want to go to school where he couldn't talk to other children, where everyone would make fun of his deafness. Got it? Deafness in the sense that we know the listening problem. He was completely become deaf, children. He was not listening anything. Got it? So, he became very moody and silent. Got it? Yes. When his father came to know that the school which his son was studying was refused to give him the admission because due to the long absent children, he tried to convince him, and here Satish was not in the mood to go for the school because of this problem, because of his weakness, children. His father said, "Beta, you have to go to school and learn. What will you do in life if you don't get education?" He asked his son. Satish heard snatches of his words but knew what he was saying. After a lot of persuasion, he finally agreed to go along to the new school. Look at this. His father, Mr. Avtar Naren, is trying to convince Satish here. Okay, he refused to go to the new school. He refused to join the new school because of the weakness that he is suffering from now. And he thought the children there would make fun of him. That's why he was not willing to go, children. But his father, look at his father, how that the concern of his father, children. Beta, you have to go to school and learn. What you will do in life if you don't get education? See, he is asking him what he would do if he did not get the education in life. Without the education, it's very difficult to survive. Beta in the sense son, dear son. Okay, it's in the term, children. So he said him, he has to learn, or else he can't understand the life, or he can't get on in his life, children. When he was talking to him, children, when his father was talking to him about the education And when he was convincing, Satish heard only the snatches of his words, but knew what he was saying. Snatches in the sense, only the words, okay, just like cut agi, okay, sigatala. Only a few terms or only a few words are listened properly, but not completely. Okay, he didn't listen or he didn't hear a complete message, but he knew what his father was saying. After a lot of persuasion, he finally agreed to go to the school. Agreed to go along to the new school. See, children, look at the word here. After the lot of persuasion. Persuasion in the sense. So, look at the word there. Here, the word persuasion is there. Persuasion in the sense, act of convincing. After lot of convincing, after the much effort of convincing by his father, at last he agreed to go along to the new school. Got it, children? At last that he has agreed to go to the new school. Got it? Yes. But this school didn't want him to, but this school didn't want him for the same reason. This is a school for normal boys. Why don't you take your son to the school for the deaf and dumb children? Asked the headmaster of the school bluntly. Avatar Naren was angered. Look at the headmaster, how shamefully that he talked to Avatar Naren. Avatar Naren took Satish to his new school to give him an admission. Got it? When he was taken to the new school, children, see the administrative authority or the headmaster, how he talked to Satish's father. This is a school for normal boys. Why don't you take your son to the school for the deaf and dumb children? Asked the headmaster of the school bluntly. See how shamefully he said to Avatar Naren. And that made Avatar Naren angry. When the headmaster of that school told him to, suggested him to take the Satish to the deaf and dumb school, Avatar Naren became very angry, children. See, look at the lines there. Yes, this is a school for normal boys. Why don't you take your son to school for the deaf and dumb children? Who said this? The headmaster of the the headmaster of the new school. Got it? To whom was it said? It was said to Avatar Naren. Why he refused to give admission to Satish? Because Satish was suffering from deafness problem. Got it? That is why he says so. But he shamefully said this word harshly to the Avatar Naren. He might have convinced very smoothly that they don't have the seat in their school. He should not be said like so, isn't it? When he said it harshly, Avatar Naren became very angry. Yes, this question may also in your examination for 2 marks, children. What made Avatar Naren angry? Or what made Avatar Naren angered? Okay, yes. Write down this question, children. Okay, yes. What made him to be angry? The answer or the suggestion of the headmaster of the new school who have suggested them to admit Satish for the deaf and dumb school, that made them very angry. That made him very angry. Got it, children? Yes. Okay, he became very angry and said, "My son is not dumb, sir. His hearing is little bad. He is under treatment and will be fine," he argued, but in vain. Other schools had the same to say. In despair, father and son returned home. Look at nature. When the headmaster says so, he said, "My son is not dumb, sir." Look at it. Underline that sentence also, children. Who is the speaker here? Yes, the speaker is Mr. Avatar Naren. Who is the sir here? The headmaster of the new school. Got it, children? Who is the son referred? Who is the son referred to? Yes, the word son referred to Satish here. Got it, children? See, my son is not dumb. Means he can speak. His hearing is little bad. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಚೂರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಹಂಗಂತ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. He is a good speaker. My son is not dumb, sir. His hearing is little bad. He is under treatment and will soon be fine. See, that line is also important on the point of extract, my dear children. He is under treatment and will soon be fine. He argued with the headmaster, but in vain. Vain in the sense, it was useless. Write down the meaning of that word. Vain in the sense, useless, fruitless. Though he tried to convince the headmaster that he has no problem with his speaking style, or he had the no problem of dumbness. He is little weak in listening. Okay, they may give admission to his son children, but he was not convinced, and he became very disappointed. And also other schools apart from that school, Avatar Naren tried to admit his son to other schools also, that he visited so many schools. Other schools had the same to say. Nobody gave admission to Satish. In despair in the sense, ಕೈ ಓಕೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕೈಯನ್ನು ಪೈರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೇರಿಸೋದು, ಡಿಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಕೈ ಚೆಲ್ಲುವುದು ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸನ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಹೋಮ್ with a disappointment. They were disappointed of this act and they came back to home. What did you do? Then they started to think what to do. Though Avatar Naren felt shattered, he wouldn't give up the hope. After the unsuccessful expedition to the schools, Satish became very moody. He couldn't talk freely with anyone because he was unable to hear a single word. His brother-in-law sat for hours with him and talked to him, teaching him the words and pronunciation. Unable to bear the taunts and teasing of children in the neighborhood, Satish even avoid going out to play. See, here that we have to be proud of Satish's brother-in-law and his father. When nobody gave him admission, when no schools gave him admission for the Satish, they started to teach him in the home itself. Look at that. Though Avatar Naren felt shattered in the sense disappointed. Got it? Look at that. Or helpless. Though he felt shattered, though he was helpless, he wouldn't give up hope. He wouldn't give up. Give up in the sense stop. Nilisliಲ್ಲ ಏನ hope in the sense, yes, ಭರವಸೆ. Look at that, children. What is the opposite of hope? Yes, you are very familiar with that word, hopeless. Got it? That is not O. O for orange. There not that O. That is HOPELESS. Hopeless. That is the suffix children. Okay. He wouldn't give up. Look at the word give up there. It's a phrasal verb. Give up in the sense stop. Though he was helpless, he did not give up his hope, children. After the unsuccessful expedition to the schools. Successful? Very good. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful expedition. What do you mean by expedition, children? Yes, you are right. Expedition in the sense visits or journey. Journey to the different or visits to the school for the particular purpose. Am I right? That is, after the unsuccessful expedition to the schools, Satish became very moody. Sorry. See, Satish's father did not stop his efforts to give him the education. After these type of expeditions, after his unsuccessful visits to the different schools, Satish became very moody. He was very disappointed because nobody giving him the admission, and everyone were rejecting him, were refusing him to give the admission for the same reason that he is a deaf. So that's why he lost the hope and he became moody. He couldn't talk freely with anyone because he was unable to hear a single word. Why did he become moody, children? Because he could not hear. When the people were talking in front of him, he could not understand what they are taking, what they are talking, or what they are speaking. That is why he became moody and started to spend the time alone. But his brother Inder sat for hours with him and talked to him, teaching him words and pronunciation. Look at the Inder there. How did Inder help him? Indra Kumar or Inder sat for hours. He used to spend time with his brother, and he was teaching the pronunciation, and he was talking to Satish. He was giving the enough practice and exercises to his ear in order to listen properly, and he taught him the pronunciation, how to speak and what to utter and what to say, like this. That he used to spend time with his brother Satish, and he was teaching him the words and pronunciation. Got it? See, Avatar Narayan, though he felt helpless, he did not stop his effort. He was continuously visiting other schools and requesting. On the other hand, Satish became moody because of the failure, because that he failed to get the admission for the school, and he couldn't talk freely with the others. He was unable to speak to the others because he was unable to listen a single word of the others. But his brother taught him the pronunciation and the way of speaking. He was giving exercises and he was giving practice to Satish about the pronunciation and the speaking. Unable to bear the taunts and teasing of the children in the neighborhood, Satish even avoided going out to play. Look at their children. Whenever he went out to play, the children of his neighbors were taunting him, were teasing him, were making fun of his deafness. Okay. That's why Satish started to avoid even going out to play. He did not go out to play in the outside because of the taunts of their children, of his neighbor. See, why couldn't Satish go out to play? Why couldn't Satish go out to play? Okay, this is also one question, children. Okay, this question may also ask in your examination. And how did Inder help him in learning or learning the things of pronunciation and speaking? Got it? See, if they ask for 2 marks, why did Satish become moody? Satish became moody because that he didn't get admission at any schools and he was unable to hear a single word and he could not talk freely. That's why he became moody and he stopped even going out to play because of the taunts of his friends or the neighboring children. Got it? Yes. So we move on to the next paragraph. Okay, I hope that you have understood. In this paragraph, they will ask, they may ask any questions that I have asked now. Yes, keep that point in your view and write the answer to these those questions if they ask. Okay, yes. His father and Inder spent time with him every day. When he started avoiding going out to play, his father and Inder, his brother, spent time with him every day. Look at that. Talking to him, trying to teach him things. We have to be very proud and we have to hats up to both Inder and his father. When all the schools have refused to give him the admission, they started to teach him in the home itself. Got it? His father and Inder spent time with him every day, talking to him, trying to teach him the things. Both the father and son, they have become the teacher to Satish and they were giving the training in the home itself and they were teaching how to write and how to read and how to pronounce like these children. Both the father and brother, his elder brother, were giving him the enough practice to practice in learning and writing and reading, children. Whatever the things were taught in the school, those things were teaching by the Satish father and his brother in the school itself. In the home itself. They were trying to teach him the things. And his father said, if you want to get on in life, you have to read a lot. You can learn a great deal of things just by reading. Look at that. His father motivated him, motivated Satish. His father convinced Satish. He said, if you want to get on in life, you have to read a lot. So that line is also very important on the point of extract. Got it? Underline that word also, that line also. See, if you want to get on in life, you have to read a lot. This is not, the message, or this is not the message for the Satish only. This is applicable to us also, children. Am I right? If we have to get on in life, in the sense, if we have to get success in our life, we have to read a lot. We have to read well. Yes or no? That is how Satish's father convinced him. You can learn a great deal of things just by reading. He said, Mr. Avatar Narayan said to Satish, he could learn the great things just by sitting in his home through reading. There are a number of books. There are so many books are available. I will give you those books. You read the things and learn yourself and you can get a great knowledge by reading itself. Why do you worry? Why are you worrying about the admission? You learn in your home. You learn in the home itself like this, that he motivated, he inspired Satish to read in the home. His father told Satish, giving him an armful books. Okay, Satish's father told him that he could, if you want to get on in his life, if you want to get success in his life, that he has to read. Okay, he has to read the books. By saying so, he gave him an armful of books. Armful of books in the sense, he provided him a plenty of books, number of books to Satish to read. See, how did Avatar Naren help Satish to learn? Okay, or how did Mr. Satish's father help him to learn the things? How did he help him in learning? Got it, my dear children? See, when Satish's father gave the armful of books, Satish leafed through them. He leafed through them. In the sense, he read all the books that his father was provided to him. He became the bookworm. He started to read every book's children. He leafed through them. The Life of Garibaldi, translated into Urdu by Lala Lajpat Rai, the work of Munshi Premchand, Sharat Chandra and several others were read by Satish Gujarat when he was reading in his home, and he was influenced and he was very much attracted and convinced by the reading style, and he started to read the books in his home. See, children, in this paragraph, okay, they may ask 2 or 3 extracts, children. See, if you want to get on in life, you have to read a lot. Who said this? Mr. Avatar Naren. To whom was it said? It was said to Satish. Why was it said? Because no schools gave him the admission. In order to get on his life, that he motivated him to read. Am I right? And he provided a armful books. He gave enough books to read. So Satish learned the skill of reading, children. When he started learning, when he learned the skill of reading, he leafed through them. He read all the books that his father has provided to him. The books like The Life of Garibaldi, translated into Urdu by Lala Lajpat Rai, the works of Munshi Premchand, Sharat Chandra and several others were read by Satish. Got it? You understood this paragraph, children? Yes. This paragraph is very important on the point of 2 marks question, that how did Avatar Naren help Satish? Do you write, children? Yes. Shall we go on to the next? Move on to the next paragraph, children? Yes. Are you getting, children? Am I fast? No, no. Yes. When he read the books, it was as if the whole world opened to him. Satish became a voracious reader. The books, however, were all serious works meant for the older children and sometimes even for adults. They made him feel depressed and left deep impression upon his sensitive mind. He came to know of another world through them, a world of suffering and anguish. He brooded long and heard about why there was so much of suffering in the world, while his own world looked comfortable in comparison. See children, when Satish understood the skill of reading, when he learned the skill of reading, he started to spend his time by reading the books, children. When he started reading, children, a new world was opened to him. He started to understand the another world. Usually that he was not going out now. That's why he could not understand what is happening in what is going on in the outside. But when he started to read the books, children, he started to understand the world. That is why the people say, Desha suttu, kosha odu. Kelidra makle? Desha suttbeku, kosha odbeku. Antandre, to understand the world, either we have to travel to the different places or that we have to read more. Here, Satish is doing the second one. He is reading the books, children. Through his reading, he is understanding the world. He understood a new world was opened to him. And Satish became a voracious reader. Voracious in the sense, he was so eager in reading. He was very much interested. He got interest in reading, children. The books, however, were all serious works meant for the older children and sometimes even for adults. Look at their children. Do you know which type of books that he was reading, children? The books he was reading were meant for the adults or the older children. ದೊಡ್ಡವರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅವರು. See, for the small children there are different type of books, children. ಸಣ್ಣ LKG UKG ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 3/4 ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣಗೆ ಓಕೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್. But for the adults, the seriousness in writing and the style of writing is a little serious. Okay, it has a different method in writing. Satish was reading that type of books which were meant for older children or sometimes for the adults. ವಯಸ್ಕರು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. They made him feel depressed and left a deep impression upon the sensitive mind. See, ಅವುಗಳು ಇವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಡೀಪ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೂಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಯಿತು. He had a very sensitive mind, children. Sensitive in the sense, a very smooth or ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ. Got it? Usually the mind of the kids is very sensitive, na? Yes or no? Yes. That is why he had a very sensitive mind. That's why they made him a deep impression. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಬೇಜಾರಾಯಿತು, ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಜಾರಾಯಿತು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಪುಟ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? he came to know of another world through them. ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಯಿತು? ಎ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಂಗ್ವಿಶ್. he understood the problems of the society through his by reading, children. He understood the evils of society and he come to know the hardships, social evils, discrimination of the society through reading, and the poverty. Okay, he understood the poverty. Okay, he understood the people of poor by reading, and he understood the world of suffering and anguish. ನರಳುತ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವರು, ಓಕೆ, ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು, ನೋವಿನಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವರ ಪರಿಚಯ, ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಪರಿಚಯ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಯಿತು ಬೈ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಸೊ look at there. Yes. Got it, children? He brooded long and hard about why there was so much suffering in the world, while his own world looked comfortable in comparison. He started to think about the society, why there is this much of pain, why there is this much of anguish, why there is the discrimination, poverty in the society compared to our life, because that he was leading a comfortable life in the home. He did not understand the world, children. But when he started to read, he understood and started to think about the social evils, imbalance in the society and the problems of the society. Got it, children? Yes. Have you understood this paragraph, children? Yes. How did his father help him? His father helped him by giving him a handful of books that helped him to read the books of great people like Life of Garibaldi, Munshi Premchand's story, and Sharas Chandra, other stories that he has read. Got it? And also, he understood the another world by reading, and he started to think about the problems of the society, evils of the society by reading, and he started to compare his life with the others in the society. Got it, children? Another bout of fever struck and Satish was confined to bed. When everything was going smooth and fine, when he was trying to adjust to the new world, maybe it's a bad luck or ill luck to Satish. Another bout of fever stuck to Satish was confined to bed. Again that he was struck by the fever. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಜ್ವರದಿಂದ ಸಿವಿಯರ್ ಫೀವರ್ ಇಂದ ನರಳತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಂತು. All he could do was sit and stare out of the window. All he could do was sit and stare out of the window or read. He had only two options. He got only two options when he was struck by fever. Again, children, either that he has to sit on the bed and stare out of the window, or to read the books. Only two choices were remained to Satish when he was struck again by the bouts of fever. He felt lonely and full of despair at this plight. See, he felt lonely, in the sense alone, and full of despair at his plight. Plight in the sense condition, sthiti. Despair in the sense, ಕೈ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ. And he had no company, and he was again the loneliness started to haunt him. What are children? So when again Satish was haunted by the bouts of fever, he got only the two choice: either he has to read or else to look out of the window or stare through the window. Isn't it? That is how that he was suffered. That is how that he was haunted by the ill health again. Got it, children? Have you understood? Yes, I hope that you have understood till then. Yes, let me check your comprehension or understanding. Yes, children, write down the question, children, and write the answer to these questions in your home. These are very important questions on the point of 2 marks and on the point of examination 2, children. What made Avatar Naren angry? Okay, first one. Second one, the headmaster of the school was cut off from humanity. Do you agree with this? Justify. Got it, children? It is an applicatory question. Applicatory question in the sense, you have to write the answer in your own. Do you agree with this? If you agree that the headmaster was cut off from humanity, cut off in the sense he don't have the humanity, ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಹ್ಯುಮ್ಯಾನಿಟಿನೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಪ್ಕೋತೀರಾ? Do you agree with this? If yes, how? If no, why? Isn't it? How? Like this, that you have to write the answer for this question. And what made Avatar Naren angry? Yes, you know the answer for that. Okay, because the headmaster told him that they don't give him a seat because that he was deaf, and also he told Avatar Naren to take him to the deaf and dumb school now. That is why he became angry. Next, why couldn't Satish agree to go to the new school? See again, why couldn't Satish agree to go for the new school, children? Yes, because the children may make taunt of him, they may make fun of him, and whereas he was unable to listen properly. Got it? Then yes, he became very moody too. Got it, children? That's why he refused to go to the school. That you have to cover all these things in writing the answer for this question, children. Then, how did Satish's father and his brother help him in learning? Okay, you might have write like this, children. Yes, write in a 2 paragraphs. In first paragraph, you write how did his brother help him. In the second paragraph, you write how did his father help him. Okay, his father helped him very much. Okay, he provided books and he taught him pronunciation and everything. Now, yes, I hope that you will understand this. Till then, children, let us learn the remaining part of the lesson in the next class. Have you written? Okay, do this homework in your home. We shall stop here. Okay, thank you.